I will open, Tammy opens the meeting up.
We're going to go ahead and open the meeting at 5:36, April 5th. On the first item is open forum, and
I'm going to talk first.
let Stephanie talk and give her.
Okay. I was approached on Tuesday by Ralph Riddle III that he come over and told me that as mayor of the city, that he was withholding our hotel motel taxes that furnishes, that comes into the chamber every 3 months. I was given no reason of why he was withholding it. I told him I needed a reason. He said that he had some people come to him by way of third party, complaining that it was maybe not being used right, and it's got something to do with our Rock and Reel Fest. I don't have a clue. The promoter had been in contact with him just in case we come up a little short, because some of the people that needed their money up front, because we had to change production companies, and they needed money up front, and the promoter had been in contact with him, and Ralph Riddle had said that he had basically tried to bribe him to give him money, which that's not the case. I have a letter here that, him talking to him. As mayor, without the city council's approval, has withholded the money that is due, that's due to the chamber at the end of April. As he's doing it by himself, I guess, because he won't give me no more other reason. I have invited him to the meeting to come and explain to y'all why he's doing this. I gave him a long list of things that, I've done. He needs to explain to me what I have done and what reason that he's withholding it. He needs to explain to y'all as chamber board of directors. I'm doing what I was told that I could do from the past person that was my job and the past president at my, to pay bills here and there and everything. If he had any questions, he should have come and asked me, but he has not done that. He came over Tuesday and just told me that without a reason. His reply was, unfortunately, he has a prior engagement. He would be unable to attend the meeting. I am now a certified 4-H shooting sports instructor, and the club has their first practice this afternoon. Nevertheless, I am uncertain my presence would be beneficial at the meeting. As mayor, I'm responsible for the oversight of all city interests, and I take that job very seriously. I do not think I can be too cautious in my duties and will pursue all actions I believe necessary to ensure this. We simply disagree on certain policies and ethic issues. I replied to him that I needed to know something, if it was safe for me to say that by the end of April that we would no longer have a Chamber of Commerce, because Ralph Riddle won't give me an answer of what he's doing, and he's not approached the city council. I don't think it's in our best interest that he can do all this all by himself without going before the city council. And I told him I needed to be able to tell my board something, and I told him I had no ethical issues, and I got no response. So, okay.
So when's the next city council meeting?
16th.
Everybody available? Because I think we need to go on force, because
we have to get on the agenda, and somebody will have to go to Ralph to be able to get on the agenda.
I'll go to Ralph, I'll get on the agenda.
Okay. As a board member of the Chamber of Commerce. I think that's the way that works. It's on Tuesday at 6:30. No. Oh, 6, I'm sorry, 6.
Okay. I'll go up there Monday morning and...
Okay. I appreciate it. I have not a clue what he's accusing me or what I've done wrong. I don't know. If it's something that Jimmy and him talked about, that has nothing to do with me. I did not.
That's just between the promoter.
That was a business thing. I didn't ask Jimmy. Yeah, I didn't ask Jimmy to go up there. Didn't ask Jimmy to call him. I didn't do none of that stuff. So. No, we have mayor. No, we don't have officers. No. We just have the mayor. He oversees it. And the city council is Chris LaPam, Dr. Passman, Michael Olson, Billy Carter, and myself. Which I will have to sustain from everything, you know. So that's all I have to say about that subject right now. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't know what's going
I don't think that
on.
you've done anything wrong. I think that something was said in a personal conversation or a business conversation between the mayor and this guy, as a banker, not as the mayor, that
And
he
the
didn't like.
third-party people that's talking, that he's not studying.
Yeah, the third-party person or one of the second-party or third-party person seems to know a lot about our banking business, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not cool at all. So. Okay, I think I'm done. If everybody's through asking questions right this minute.
Robin, did you want to speak?
Can. I was just going to kind of talk about how even this came about, because some of y'all may not even know. Jimmy Quinlan is my cousin. He is from Boston, Massachusetts, or Billerica, Massachusetts. It's just a little suburb outside of Boston. He called me one afternoon during the summer and wanted to know if I would be interested in doing some legwork for him for a concert that he wanted to put on in Abilene. And so he and I talked, and I told him I would be interested, but I had a question for him, and I asked him if it had to be in Abilene, and if not, would he be interested in coming to a smaller town such as Aspermont to do an event such as this. My reasoning was to bring something to do to Aspermont and also to help promote our economy. And so he told me, he said, as long as the agent for Tracy Lawrence, who was the person he was trying to get the concert going for, if he would be interested in coming to Aspermont, he had no problem with it. And so he and I conversed over the next couple of days, but that afternoon I did come back to Aspermont. I had been out of town, and I went to Stephanie, and I told her, I said, you know, this is something that we could bring to Aspermont. Would you be interested, or would the chamber be interested in helping host this? And so she said she would find out and talk to y'all, and of course y'all decided to go forward with it.
Plus, you come to one of our meetings.
Yes, I did. Jimmy's a good guy. He does not try to do anything that is not ethical or not right. He wanted the tickets to be cheap enough that it did not permit anyone from coming. He wanted anyone that wanted to come, even with a family, to be able to come and enjoy the weekend. He also wanted anybody that wanted to participate and earn money for themselves or their organization the opportunity to do that also. He wanted it to be an event to benefit the whole town. And he has also been the one that offered to give the junior and senior class of Aspermont $5 of every ticket that was sold to go toward their Washington, D.C. trip. So in my opinion, he's not trying to be greedy. He's not trying to take a lot of money. He is just wanting to promote something in Aspermont that would benefit everyone. And he comes from a huge town compared to us. He is a Yankee. They speak differently than we do. They have different words for different things, and I think some of this could be miscommunication or not, I don't know how to say this, maybe not using the same words as, I mean, if we say something and we mean it, what they say, they may not take it the same way. And so I feel like that could be part of the problem here. But I do want everyone to know that, you know, he's not trying to do anything wrong. He's not trying to take anything from anyone. He just wants everyone to be able to attend, have a good time, and make money where they can make money. And so, and if anyone has any questions, I'd be glad to answer anything you'll have, any events, anything we've discussed. You know, we don't have anything to hide. Or
Do you want to discuss the loan thing?
the loan, okay, and I will explain to you. I know y'all read the letter, but our production company that we had
Had on the books.
had on the books to rent the stage, the
We
lights,
thought
and all
we
that
were on
was-
the books.
mhm. We were going to rent all that from a gentleman. His wife recently passed away, and during the midst of all that, he didn't book us to get the stage and the lights. And then when Jimmy called to confirm with him, he says, "I'm so sorry, I forgot to call you, and I didn't get it done," and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So he had to pursue another company, which can do it for us that weekend, but they want their funds up front before
Because they're coming from Dallas.
to allow us to use their equipment. And so that is where the loan thing even came into process, is because with us having to pay that up front, we still hadn't sold. We have reached our goal to the amount of tickets we wanted to sell by this point, but that puts us a little short as far as having to put up that upfront money. So that is the reason he had written to Ralph and called Ralph to just pursue this short-term loan, just to allow us to be able to rent that equipment until
That's what he was
until we could get the rest of the funds in, and he would pay that back. In the midst of all this, he has recently resigned from his job at Leahy Hospital there in Boston, where he has worked for a numerous amount of years. And he bought out his pension, and he was going to use this money for this specific purpose, but he does not get the funds until after the concert date. And so he was going to do it himself, but with him not getting these funds until after the concert date, that is the reason why he even contacted Ralph to ask for this short-term loan. And either we pay the short-term loan back immediately after we receive the funds, or immediately after he receives this pension, money from his pension. So that was why the loan thing was ever even brought up. And he's just trying to make sure this, happens for us so that we can go forward with it. And so during the midst of all this meeting, somehow, either in the conversation or something, and like I said, I'm sure it probably has to do with words he uses versus words we use, Ralph got the impression that he was trying to bribe him, which I was told something about $5,000. Jimmy was assuming that would be he would be willing to pay up to that much in interest, and that's pretty much all it was. But he didn't know how much our interest rate is. I mean, in Boston, you have to get a permit to paint your house. I do know he contacted Ralph and asked him if there was any permits that we needed to get or anything like that, and he told him no, and that since we were going to have the concert at the rodeo arena, that was private property and that didn't involve him. So, he has not met Ralph officially in person, to my knowledge. He's only had conversations with him on the phone. I believe a lot of this is just lack of knowing what's going on and just hearing maybe one side of an issue versus both sides. So I think if everything was laid out on the table, maybe he could see that differently. But we don't want to do anything but bring good to our community and offer something for people to do for the weekend. And Jimmy wants to make this a yearly event, and it could very easily take off that way. He's already trying to book a more popular band for next year if all goes well. So it's a good thing for our community if we can all be on the same page.
Yeah, the grocery stores, the motels they're all full. Plus Tracy Lawrence, well, I can talk to that when we do the other stuff, but all the motels are supposed to be full, the RV parks, what the grocery store, Allsup's, Dairy Queen, Uncle's, the restaurant to make. There's no telling how much that tax that goes into the EDC, what is that? The sales tax will be that month, or whatever, however that works and stuff like that. There's no telling.
There's no end to it. I mean, people are going to be able to have people park in their yard. They can charge for parking if they want to. There's just no end, and it just seems like the mayor's wanting to, kill it before it starts.
We have had very good response from out-of-towners. We have people coming from Arkansas. We have a couple flying in from New Jersey.
Well,
I mean,
Jerry Edens is coming from South Carolina. He's parking his RV in my backyard.
My ex-in-laws probably made up.
Yeah.
The barbecue company,
You're coming.
the barbecue company has told us it has had a tremendous growth. They are expecting well over 100 barbecuers for next year.
Yeah. Make it a whole big sanction thing. The barbecue people are really excited about this. It's a good response on it, yeah.
It's our first year. It's just taken us a little longer to get out there and get going.
Well, we started with nothing.
And we started with absolutely
That was
nothing.
the problem.
And that, yeah. And so next year, if we can just get through this year, next year seems very positive to me after talking to Jimmy and the thing. The Kardashians have just signed on with a company that is willing to give us $10,000 for advertising. So there's lots of pluses if we can just, all get on the same page and work together and go forward from here.
What we learned in that meeting of the night, huh, Tammy? Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin. And thanks for trying to get all this started.
You're welcome.
I mean, it's gonna be a big, if we get to have it, it's gonna be a good, deal for the community, so.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say in open forum? We're gonna move on to item number 2, Broken Rib Fest. Discuss and take action as needed. Stephanie and I talked. We have sold 507 tickets.
That's not counting the ones we kind of gave away. That was
Yeah.
what.
Excuse me. We swapped some tickets for advertising, 10 to KBRP and 20 to KSSL in Slayton. I know there has been some issues about how much we had said that the contract said we were going to pay out front. We don't have a copy of the signed contract yet. They have not sent it.
Well, he sent it to Tracy Lawrence's people.
And
Jimmy has it.
Yeah, well, he does have it
I
now?
think he got it last night.
Oh, okay,
I think he
okay.
just needs to forward
we
it.
will have that
Well, he
and get
signed it,
everybody
though.
a copy of it and
Okay.
everything at the next meeting, because we're going to probably schedule a meeting.
We'll have to next week,
Next
or
week.
something, we'll have to have one, if anything, just to go forward on, parking and what we're gonna do about that, a tent for the,
For the gates.
for the gates, for people that's gonna stand at the gates, and kind of maybe try to assign some stuff to, people and stuff, yeah.
There, in some minutes, I don't
They're all there.
keep it out, but we looked up, there was a couple of questions about how much this was going to be, we were going to be putting out front. So I can't quote anything really from the contract, but we did vote, and it is in some minutes, that we would be doing the $3,500 to the promoter. And Stephanie has made different payments. On 9/5/12, she made a $500 payment to the promoter. On 9/13, a $500 payment to the promoter, which is James
Quinlan.
Quinlan,
Mhm.
She paid on, do I have that right?
Yeah, well, I had to use 2 different checks because we didn't have all the money in one account.
Until we got all that.
Yeah, and then until I got some money in too, I couldn't, 'cause
Is he completely paid?
He is
Yes.
now, because we paid him another $1,500, another $1,000. We did that on 9/5 out of one checking account. It was not hotel motel tax money.
It don't matter if it was or
chamber
not.
money,
But
but that's why I was saying, I
yeah.
wanted that on.
Right, yeah, it wasn't out of the hotel motel tax money.
Okay, so we have paid him a total of $3,500.
What we agreed to.
He is paid in full.
And some of that was for the webpage and for the posters
Right,
and
yeah.
stuff he had done and the tickets.
We have right now $6,160.34 in our Tracy Lawrence checking account that's designated strictly for that. Vendor money, their amount what they pay is, how much did you say?
$20.
$20. It's going to the Rodeo Association. And then we gave $1,000 to the Rodeo Association to help with, the bleachers and the cleanup and
stuff like that.
they're needing to do. So,
We did that because they kind of wanted a cut from the Tracy Lawrence concert, so we agreed on $1,000. I'm sorry, my mind has been so scrambled. Me and Melinda met with Shorty and Michael, and we talked about this, and then, you know, I brought it to them and said about the $1,000, kind of where they didn't really get, you know,
Right, they wouldn't get a percentage.
a profit or anything like that. So we come up with a number like that and gave them that, and they're supposed to have they'll have a concession stand there.
okay, so, just so we're all on the same page, now what is left to pay is,
We gotta finish paying Tracy Lawrence that, and then, the production company.
Mhm.
You're
the
looking at
production company was,
7,500.
75.
But that's all coming out of the ticket sales and.
Well, yeah, but our ticket sales just wasn't,
Right,
we just
right,
didn't
yeah, I
get
understand
there
that,
like
yeah,
we
but
wanted.
they will
Yeah.
though, they're gonna
Yeah,
get
at the
there.
door, we'll make it
Yeah,
right
that's where
there,
we're gonna
and that's
sell
what,
them all.
that's what Jimmy's working on right now, is to either have them wait till that day, that night, to get the rest of the money, which I think they're going to. He's real positive. Tracy Lawrence is even, his agent called the other day, he spent a night in Aspermont going to Catholic church on Sunday.
Wow.
He won 4 rooms.
So we owe Tracy 6,000?
Mhm.
Okay. So this money that we have in this Tracy Lawrence account.
He's gonna email me, Monday to tell me how much to send to this one and how much to send to this one,
Okay.
to where we got them basically on hold
Okay,
out of that.
okay.
And this right here, April 20th, is his official website. We are down for it. You know, in case anybody has any questions.
Tracy Lawrence website.
Mm-hmm. It's on the website.
I have a question.
Okay.
There's all
Out
of
of the
them.
6160, whatever that we have in the bank, does that, the money for the kids' tickets, that goes to the school?
We'll get them after we get everything from the gate. I've got, you know, we've already decided, we haven't decided, we've talked about this, Jimmy's got wristbands and stuff and everything, and getting them other wristbands and numbering them, and trading the ticket for a wristband like that, and numbering them, and we'll know how many people come through the gate, like that,
Good idea.
so.
If you don't have a wristband, you're not supposed to be in there.
Mhm.
And that way they know exactly, okay, the school gets this amount,
Yes,
like
Mhm.
that.
yes, we'll know.
Because we
yes.
told them it was $5 of every ticket sold, not just the tickets that they actually sold
So,
themselves.
But, you know,
So
So
we'll-
everything off the
we'll-
webpage, off of their
Yeah, that's what I'm
webpage is
thinking.
sold.
So we'll have to wait till it's over to pay them their amount.
And when is that trip? It's right at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
The end of April, so there's time.
Oh, yeah, there's time. Because we'll know by that Monday, basically,
Oh, yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
of what we've made or what we don't make,
Right.
or whatever. You know, if I had to have a freaking bake sale to pay them, I
We're-
will,
we're
you
gonna
know.
do a we are going
We can handle it.
Cooler charges. and
Yes,
you
we are.
said-
$10 for small,
Okay.
and it should be on the website. Have you looked at the website lately?
I have not,
It's supposed to be updated with that on that. 20 for large. Mm-hmm.
and that'll be
Okay,
all.
and that goes to us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there gonna be no glass containers?
Yeah, I was wondering that. Are we
We're
gonna?
I
gonna
think
try.
that's a good
We're
deal.
gonna try,
It
yes.
needs to be on the webpage if
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't
if
know,
they
like
come
that.
in, they can't bring it in.
Yeah, because that's just gonna
Okay.
be,
I mean,
So we'll
luckily
just
there's
have
no
to
time.
do
That
a
is
cooler
on
check.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's
we'll
gonna
just
be
have to,
somebody
yeah.
gonna look for a pot at the end of that bottle.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That is a good idea.
Yes.
Okay, so then after this.
And see, the barbecue money goes to the Rock and Roll Fest too. See, all that money goes into account, and I don't know exactly what the payout
What do you
is.
mean
Yeah,
the
I was-
barbecue money?
Their entry fees.
Their entry fees.
Oh.
That all goes into the Rock and Roll Fest.
Part of
Yeah,
it will be paid
how
back,
many
but
do
then
we
we will
have?
make
Yeah,
money off
okay.
of it.
So far, I only have one confirmed, but there's 10 people I've got, everybody in town's wants to be in it, but
Yeah, I
nobody.
need a entry fee.
Yeah, everybody, I'm just gonna get on, Facebook, and I'm gonna tell everybody, since we have no paper no more, guys.
Not right now.
Yes.
I did,
I know a guy in Hamlin wants to do a like, you know, what Haskell and Stanford do, how there's two papers together, like that. Hamlin's wanting to come over and do that for us, but you might have something different too.
I did talk to Jay today,
Oh,
and
okay.
he is in the process of selling his paper.
Right.
But a man that, owns 3 other papers, Knox City, Strawn, and
Oh, okay.
another town, is in the process of buying
Oh,
his.
great.
He will continue to work for him some,
Mhm.
for a few years. And, but Jay said he's trying to get back on track because he has been with his mom.
Mhm.
But I did talk to him today, so hopefully we will be able to have a paper.
Mhm.
I'm gonna talk to him again and ask him if he's going to, because when I was talking to him today, it was on other things.
Mhm.
But I wanna talk to him directly about the chamber and this, if he's gonna be able to put us out a paper before then. If he can, then we can get everything we need
Yeah.
in there, the schedules of all this, everything, and we can have it in there for everybody to see.
Yeah,
If not, I'm not sure. But
Facebook and,
I think that we need to, if Stephanie can, I know she is swamped, but if she can call these people that have called her
Yeah.
and asked her about the barbecue thing,
Mhm.
if you could call them and ask them if they are or not, so we kind of know about,
Yeah.
if they could let us know by the middle of next week even.
Yeah.
That would give us the chance to know about how much more is gonna come in.
I've got 6
on that.
people that are in town that wants to be in it. Bobby and Lynn, Zach, Josh and Bay, Lauren and Randall. What's your name?
Lauren and Randa.
Randa. I'm sorry. Garrett and Kat, Brandon English and his crew, Earl Ray. I've gave out.
Gary Morganson.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He is
Out of Hamlin. I have sent off just this week. I have sent 5 different people the rules and regulations.
And you said guy got one to go Jake and that.
Yes, and I haven't heard back from them. I've sent one to Spur, I've sent one to Hamlin, I've sent one to Haskell and one to Stanford both. I've also sent off some more booth things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 booths. People, and I've sent off 3 or 4 more things just to them this week too.
Now, is there a deadline?
Yeah, they're just vendors.
16 vendors?
Yeah, that's just vendors.
Okay, that vendor money,
That goes to them, and
it goes to
Mhm.
the,
There's usually,
okay.
Stephanie,
that's only about $350.
is there a deadline for the barbecue cook-off sign-up?
Do I?
Is there a deadline for the barbecue?
I haven't put one, but
I think if they show up at the gate
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock on Friday, let them
Let 'em
in.
in. Yeah, I think that's really about how it is.
I
Yeah.
think that's kind of how it's been.
Yeah.
I mean, we may set one for next year, but I don't think we should turn anybody away this year.
Yeah, no, that's what I said, this is our first year. That's why Jimmy decided for everything to be free. You know, like the wrestling and all that
Yeah,
kind of
getting
stuff.
into everything.
Get everybody here, and then next year, we might
Charge
get,
a $5 gate fee or
or
something.
something,
for
yeah,
the year.
just something a little different, I mean, just to kind of get everybody, and it's not a whole bunch of stuff really. I mean,
He did not want to have to turn anyone away because they could not afford to come.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I really do.
know.
I think with the economy these days, people can't afford to pay for their whole family to come into something like this.
For every little.
Does anybody
Yeah.
have anything else on that, any questions or?
Like I said, we'll have to have a meeting next week, or at least.
Have we already paid the association?
Yes, we've paid all the money that we're gonna pay out.
One question, the paintball, have we found a place to do
He
that?
hasn't mentioned that, has he? Are we still doing that?
Yes,
It's
and I
listed,
talked
we-
to Nikki Golson,
Uh-huh.
and she said that we could use her lot there
Yeah,
next
right
to her
there.
house.
Alright, what about some round hay bales? I mean, 'cause we gotta set up
If we
something to
could
hide
come,
behind.
if we can come up with stuff like that, that would be great.
Because that's all it really needs to be, just.
Yeah, just something where they can
round
hide
bales out
behind,
there
yeah.
where they can
And
hide
there will be a
behind.
charge for that,
Right, that's what I was
but
getting.
that is strictly to pay for the supplies.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it was
He
$5 for
has
30
everything
minutes.
else, though, he's got the guns.
The guy that's gonna do it is bringing everything, we just need some barriers,
Okay.
is basically all we need.
Sure, we can find some barrels and all kinds of stuff to put out there.
Yeah, we'll put some 55-gallon drums and some
Send those
hay
to me.
bales.
Yeah.
Anybody have any hay bales?
Do
I
that.
can probably get one or two. I'll talk to
We
them.
might can borrow them, but
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean,
the
it's gonna
pages-
get a little pain on it.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
You did take tickets down to Chase.
Yeah, Chase has got about 30 tickets, because a bunch of people's been asking him for, where you could buy a ticket, so Chase took some down to
Chase,
Martin.
Martin,
Yeah,
yeah.
down to the road, to the Roland, yes.
We are going to that car show tomorrow in Haskell.
You gonna take some tickets?
I am. I've got some.
Okay, do you
still
need
have-
some more?
I've got,
We only have 10 VIP tickets
I
left.
have 48. Billy's going to take his
Right.
pulling mower. Will set me up on it.
That'd be cool.
Sit there on it.
Yeah.
Well, it'll help me.
That's right, you can take a sign, I got a
Yeah,
sign,
we've got.
you got a sign?
I have.
Okay, I
I
can say I've got
have.
2 in there.
Yeah, I still had those couple that I had left over.
And go to the announcer and tell them to
I
find you,
will.
and have them announce it.
I have 48 tickets is what I counted.
I'll give you, I'll give
Well,
you.
if you need more, I'll drive over there. That ain't
Take
no big
100
deal.
with you.
I have tickets if you need some. Yeah,
I
somebody.
mean, I don't know how it would
I'll just
go
give her
over.
what I've got,
They
then I'll
might
get
go
some more
great,
from you,
but
and then,
may
yeah, you might have a
got
run on
tickets
them,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't know.
if you got them, they'll buy
I
them.
mean, for that price.
And Shorty's still got a few tickets, which they've already paid for, 33 tickets.
Wow.
So, so if somebody else comes up, he'll have to come get some more.
Do we know how the internet sales are going?
28 tickets so far,
We had 12 tickets sell just overnight.
yeah. Was that counting, is that 28 the total? That's what I think you told me yesterday, or maybe this morning.
Now, do we have it on the radio in Abilene?
Mm-mm. It's gonna cost $1,800, and they wanted their money up front.
Really?
So
For
we-
any radio station?
So we said
We
no.
do have TV advertising. now.
Yeah, Windstream in Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa and
It goes on their weather. You know how you do the weather, and it just plays. No music. I mean,
Right.
it
But
runs
see,
Hey,
you
across
give
that.
them like 10 tickets to advertise?
K Texas does want to do a promotional thing
Yeah.
or
And and
noonday
KBRP's coming
thing
over
or
that
something.
morning.
Yeah, on the event.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't do any good if they're out here the day of.
We've got stuff in
No,
the
that they want to
stores
do it
and
ahead of
stuff.
time, I think.
Who went to the store? What store did you go to in Abilene?
Oh, I went to Farm and Ranch and
It's,
they do
it's
the
hanging in
poster
Farm and Ranch, and stuff like that. KBRP's gonna come over at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning and stay till 3 and do a remote and give away stuff.
Posters, maybe like over in different.
No, during that Saturday morning.
You don't think we could get them to do something before then?
Oh, we're on the radio at KBRP.
Okay.
I gave them 10 tickets for airtime.
Okay.
I gave KSSL out of Slayton, which hits Dickensburg, 30 miles into Lubbock, Rawls, Idalou.
I was told today that we're the talk of town of Spur. They're all wanting to know all about our
Yeah.
Rock and Rib Fest.
And we've got
They heard it on the radio.
Yeah, KSSL. I've had a lady call me from Lubbock, surprising her husband with it. I had to send my tickets to my daughter in Lubbock, and she called them, and she obviously brought me the money in on Easter, when she came. I mean, she did a whole dinner for him, and bought him a new hat, cowboy hat, put the tickets in the box, and had him open it, because he loves Tracy Lawrence.
So that, I think we need to,
These
next
33
year, we're
people
gonna
are
have to
shorties
do it.
is coming from Lubbock.
Yeah, next year, we're gonna have to get in the Abilene market.
Yeah, but we can't afford it this
Yeah,
time. Yeah, I
there's
mean,
just
yeah.
a ton of
But
people that would
KTK
drive
was
an
gonna
hour.
do some kind of promotional thing.
They wanted to do some kind of a, I can't even remember exactly what Jimmy said, but they contacted him and asked him about doing a,
Well, I know on their news, a lot of times they'll just interview somebody about what's going on with your family or something.
and that may
You
be
know what,
what
I
it is.
have a lady that does that on my Facebook, always asking about what's going on.
That's K-Cab. It's
Yeah, I may
that Soul,
respond to
what's her
that.
name? I did. I told her about our lawnmower racing and stuff like that, and I never got a response from her.
I have Chase's official Facebook page done, and I'm still working on the actual Rock and Rib. Hopefully it'll be done maybe by the end of this weekend, so we can link people to our page.
Share it, like it and then share it.
Do
and
we
stuff like
have
that.
any extra posters that?
I've got 3 right now.
I have a few in my car.
I was just thinking like maybe, how many, I know Vanessa took over 1 poster to Hamlin. Is there any?
Martha took 2 over there. She's got one at a convenience
I've hung
store.
in Hamlin.
And she hung
I
Hamlin,
hung in
Anson, and Hamlin.
Hamlin and Stanford.
Yeah. Lawrence
Um,
Brothers wanted one in all their stores. The only place I ever did get to was Knox City and Monday. I don't go that direction.
Donna asked about one in office today, Billy, so
She wants to. Alsop's never would.
She asked Billy about it
Excuse me.
today.
Okay, if,
Hello?
I'm thinking maybe somewhere over at Haskell, if we could do like, say, Modern Way, or their, even City Hall maybe over there. I don't know their rules. We hang things for our town, but I don't know if they would hang for, someone over here. But if somebody was going to
Sweetwater's
Haskell,
covered. I had a lady that came over and bought a whole bunch, and she took 3 tickets. So,
Megan and
sorry.
Wes went from, Road 10, Sweetwater,
Right.
one of these front.
All the way to San
They took a
Angelo.
whole stack of them and was putting them out.
I have
there.
some in Graham also. Some in Graham.
yeah, if somebody was going to Haskell, maybe if somebody could take one over there.
I've got one in the Sportabout, and I got one in
Oh,
the
okay,
Stripe.
that's what I was wondering.
Yes, no, I've got,
anything.
did you put any in Haskell?
I have not been to
I put one in Stripe, and I put one in Sportabout, and I had to talk to him about the t-shirt.
I'm just trying to think of all the little towns
Yeah.
around us too.
And
we've
Brenda
got
Hawkins
James.
put some in Stanford.
Outdoor, store like these.
Where? Oh, okay.
Outdoors, man, and
Okay.
It's right there on the,
Spiller Stream.
it wasn't on the street, it's the other.
That play where they do the,
Hmm?
Anyway, they.
Okay. When Stephanie gets,
That email.
word from them on how much we're gonna be having to pay, the production company, and how much it's gonna have to go to Tracy when, and everything, hopefully, this is my opinion, I think we need to, so that it is in the books and in the minutes, so this is not an issue anymore. When she gets that email, I want, if we can, does anybody object to having another meeting, say, Friday? Is there anything going on next Friday with school or anything?
Here next week.
Yeah,
It's Thursday,
It's Thursday.
Thursday.
the, area track's Thursday.
Would Friday give us enough time if we could have a meeting, and then we can give her permission to pay these 2 bills then?
What if I need to send them off?
I was gonna
Can-
say, as long
what
as
if-
the money's there.
What if I need to
Can we go ahead
send
and vote
it?
on it now? And
Send it
then-
on Monday,
Okay, if y'all wanna
Tuesday.
do that, that is great.
Tuesday,
If y'all
It's
wanna
already
have
done.
that, that's what
I
y'all
think
wanna
if
do,
the
it's
money's
just,
there.
we need to make a motion to
I'll
give
make a
her
motion that we
permission
pay
to do
for
it
it.
when.
Which
and
Tammy
what.
will know everything, because Tammy will sign the check.
I'll make
You
a
know.
motion that we go ahead and that when they,
When they give her
email,
that,
we
then she
pay.
will do, okay.
Because I might,
Second it.
because I had to get, I think I got a money order last time where it wasn't an issue with cashing a check or something.
And but if there is a problem where it's over,
Yeah, I mean,
what
we'll
we
ha-
have, then we will have to meet on that.
Right,
Uh,
right.
Because,
Which, he knows how much I've got right now.
Okay.
Jimmy knows how much I have.
okay, that's
Like
good.
that.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right, so we had a first and a second. Is there any more discussion on that part? On these two? Okay, all in favor? Motion carried. Okay, anything else on the Rock and Roll Fest that we know of right now offhand? Okay. Now, yeah, item number 3 is Chamber of Commerce Director discuss and take action as needed. I think we pretty much covered this. The only thing I'm gonna say here on this, right now, and then if y'all have any comments. Like I said before, there's been an issue or questions of that Stephanie goes and she makes the plans for all of our functions and stuff, and then tells us. What I would like to see is, it might help keep down the controversy, is when she thinks of an idea, present it to the board first. I've talked to her about it, and present it to us, and let us all make the decision as to whether or not, all as to what she's gonna do, how much money we're gonna spend on it, and what she needs to go get, or whatever. That is my opinion on that. Now, if anybody else has anything to say, I would really, y'all come to me, y'all say it now, whichever. That's the only thing that I have on this item at all.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot more meetings though.
Yes.
'Cause Stephanie has a lot of ideas.
Yes, definitely, and I'm glad
I mean,
for
I'm
that.
fine with that. No, I think
I
it's
am.
great, but I just
Yeah.
up front, we're gonna have a lot more meetings.
Right, exactly.
So,
And I'm glad because I think we need this,
no,
these
I think
things
Stephanie's
in
doing
this
an
town.
awesome
She's
job.
doing an excellent job.
Yep.
It's my opinion, and I've known her for a long time, and I know I don't know how she's keeping her sanity through all of the events that she's got going right now. But we're gonna kind of, the way I'd like to see it is, like you said, we're gonna have more meetings. We're gonna have lots of events. I just, things need to be brought to the board a little more.
I will be more accountable to y'all. When I took this over from Martha, she told me kind of what I could do and what I couldn't do, or, you know, and she was in there, with me a month, David, I think, a month, maybe, you know, and she showed me how to do payroll and do 941s. We went over it real fast. I do work for the EDC and the IBC, and I do their payroll, and I do write their checks for their bills, and then I do their 941s, workforce, all that kind of stuff. I've had no schooling on that.
And it's tough.
Me and Martha, along with Tammy helping us, have learned it on our own, basically. I've even had to call Anya in every once in a while, you know, and do some stuff. I've made some mistakes, you know.
We're all human.
And I am not a bookkeeper. When I had had Somewhat County Fuel, I had a bookkeeper. So I'm not real good at bookkeeping.
I am going to come over, and as soon as we can get through with this.
Yeah, we've got to get through this.
We're gonna set the QuickBooks up.
It's in a computer.
But we're
Yeah.
gonna try to set we're gonna set a budget.
Mhm.
We're gonna set what we're gonna decide what's most important to.
If we get our money.
If
the city decides to give us our money back. If the city doesn't give us no money, we no longer have a Chamber of Commerce. You know, we have no Chamber of Commerce because that is the only funding, you know, we have. You know, right now. You know, by the time we get through, you know, with the end of the month and everything, if we don't get that money, I may not even get a paycheck. I make $400 a month too, by the way. That's without taxes for what I do. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but yeah, that's what I make a month to do what I've been doing.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
I appreciate all that you have done for us and for the town.
That's what I want to do it for, is the town.
I appreciate it.
I'm not doing it for self-gratification. I said that word right, David. Hey, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for everybody else because I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy seeing people have fun and doing stuff. I love it. I love my town.
And being in a small town.
I love it.
Everybody's got your back. I mean,
You know.
keep it.
We're gonna think positive on all the issues can get worked out. I really hope we can get all of the issues worked out and stay focused on doing things for Aspermont. I enjoy being on here myself, doing things. I don't have anything else, I guess, right now, except for when you want to try to meet.
For
Next week.
Next week. What is next week?
I'm gonna be gone Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to Houston for a procedure on my back, so.
What if I got an agenda out like on Friday and we met Monday? Well, no, next week. If I got the agenda out on Friday, the week before the event, you know, and maybe I could have a little bit more stuff, because there is a few things that I do. I need to.
That would be the week of the.
Yeah, the week of the event.
Have it on Monday.
Yeah, and that would be just a little bit closer, and everybody is more focused, and we can kind of
You said the city council meeting was what time?
the 16th. I would like. Jeremy's gonna go see if he can. Brian's gonna go see if he can get us on the agenda.
He needs to see Ralph about that, or does he need to go to City Hall about that?
All the agenda stuff has to go through the mayor. You can't get on the agenda unless the mayor approves it.
Really?
Really.
72 hours before the.
72 hours before. the city
Before
council.
the
So she
agenda
has-
has to be
I have to
posted
do the-
72 hours.
I have to do an agenda 72 hours.
So,
We post it 72
I
hours.
don't think you
before
can get
advertising.
on after that.
Right, so
Well, I
our
understand
meeting
that
is on
part,
the
but that would
16th.
include the mayor to get on the agenda.
So if you post an agenda,
They don't have open forum.
No,
No.
they took it out.
So that way they
I
don't
wasn't
have to-
there the day they took
That
it
way
out.
we don't have to listen
I didn't get to
to
vote
the
on it.
people of the city.
They took out open forum,
Mm-hmm,
city council did?
yeah,
We found that out.
Nobody knows that.
okay.
you post.
I
You
post,
need to contact Texas
well-
Open Meetings Act.
They meet at this,
So,
city
we
council
wouldn't know.
meets after.
let's meet on Wednesday, the 17th.
Yeah, I'm going this coming.
Yeah, he's coming this week. If I post it, I could post on Friday still, I mean, still,
Post it on the
and
12th
have it
and
on
have it on
17th, that'll be a Wednesday. And that'll be the day after the city council meeting,
And 2 days before the,
yeah. And I mean, we can kind of
no, that'll
have,
probably be better to
kind of
wait
a
till-
planning session, you know, just a get down dirty planning session of what we're gonna do.
Now, are we gonna try to get volunteers, or do we have any volunteers that's gonna help
Well, we're
out?
hoping some of the seniors are gonna help us.
That was the agreement for
Yeah,
the
they-
fundraiser, was
yeah.
that they helped us sell tickets, they helped promote the event, and they helped us work the weekend.
I'm thinking about hopefully put 2 of them and an adult at each gate,
You want to do it at 5:30?
you know, yes.
Okay.
If that's all right with everybody.
So do we need to set up a time to meet with some of this, I guess, juniors
Maybe I
and
can try to get them
seniors,
hosted on this date right here.
so we can say, this is what time you need to be here to work the gate, and we'll do,
Juniors and
like,
seniors?
schedules.
At 5:30?
All the kids.
At 5:30,
I
the
don't know what.
church don't start till 6:30.
And also, on the gates, is there any way we can get covered tents?
That's what Jeremy said, yes. Yeah, you kind of spaced out on that one, I think.
No, I wasn't here.
Oh, you wasn't here, yeah. But yeah, and David had thought about if Trace got him a trailer fix, that he was gonna pull it around with his thing, that mule, whatever he's got.
The donkey.
His donkey thing, you know, and bus people kind of back and forth. But Judge Ward had a very good idea about maybe getting a little taxi cab type thing set up at night, you know, after the dance thing. You know, maybe if we notice somebody's wasted, or have a number for them to call or something, and
I'll
you
give
know.
them a ride.
Yeah, I
I'll
know-
give them a ride to
I
their
know-
house.
I know.
I'd rather give them a ride to their house.
Well,
than take
you'd
them
have
to
to
jail.
ask Bill about
That's
that.
what they, you know.
You'll have to ask Bill about that to make sure that
Oh,
would be
yeah.
all right. But I mean, I'm thinking
Maybe we
just
need to.
some
and
volunteers.
That's a good idea, maybe we need to talk to the hospital board about maybe using that bus.
It's not theirs, that's that alternative care.
No, they bought one.
Oh, did they?
Y'all
Oh,
going
alternative
over
cares
there
bus
at the
got
nursing
taken
home.
away.
Oh, okay.
They have a nursing home.
Okay, that would be an idea,
I mean,
yeah.
that, maybe you need to,
And we have those at the fire department. That one.
that,
Oh,
I
that
don't
needs
see
to be
I
that.
don't think that they're.
Well, they can stand up and hold it.
I don't think the hospital board's gonna go for it. so.
What?
I don't think the hospital board will go for it, but,
We can ask, I
I
mean,
mean,
It don't hurt to ask.
no,
Yeah.
I can
All
go
I do is
talk,
say no.
I mean, I can go talk to Andy and see if he'll ask them, you know.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a public safety thing, I mean, it seriously
Yeah.
is, so maybe they'd go for it.
Yeah.
They can pick them up
Because I
this
know-
way, or pick them up in the ambulance later or something.
But
you
they,
know there's a lot of people
but
that's
they
gonna
may
be
have liability insurance.
They might.
If they can't let just anybody, and everybody drive it, and the people that work there might not want to.
That's true. I mean, we can ask
I
and
don't
just
know
see,
that,
and
but-
just see where that goes to that. The only thing is I can think of is, just our personal cars. I mean, you know, and you know, if anything, if some of the high school kids would want to do it in their personal cars, you know,
Yeah,
they
the
can pay them
only
$1. They
The
can
only
pay them $5.
issue with that is it's
That's
gonna
all
get
I'm gonna do is
into
put a
the
tip jar on
liability
the back of the
issue of
Under
kids
18.
driving home.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Their insurance and
Well, no, I'm talking 18 years old.
I know, but even still.
Yeah, I mean,
if
it's
you
something
go-
we can
if
pass
you start
around.
charging for it, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a liability issue.
That's true. But
Or
I mean,
you
we
can have
can,
a tip jar.
There
yeah,
you go.
just have a little tip jar.
Down
Yeah.
the house.
That's,
There you
yeah,
go.
I'm just gonna put a tip jar on there, me and Tracy's gonna split it.
yeah,
He's gonna give half up to the ag shop over there in Jason, and I was gonna take the other half for my gas.
yeah.
And that's all it's gonna be.
So, I mean, we can still get a trailer and throw some hay on it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They got, y'all have a long trailer parked up there.
Yeah, I mean, we can
Put
do
hay bales on
that.
that sucker.
If y'all think of anything else, if y'all can let Stephanie know, she can put it on the agenda.
Right.
Any other ideas and stuff, and then, we'll know, anything else that comes up, and, we can deal with it then.
We sure can.
Does, do y'all know, does anybody else have anything that y'all think might wanna?
I just want to say, any ideas that anybody has, we are willing to listen to. I mean, anything to make anything easier. We're up for it.
Robin, we've worked hand in hand with this. I mean, she has helped me out tremendously. Y'all would not believe. I mean, she has helped me, you know, and she's, you know, talked to Jimmy and, you know, and made me understand stuff because I can't understand him all the time on the phone. I mean, he kind of gets out there in left field, and I'll say,
He
you know,
thinks
come back.
out loud.
He thinks out loud.
And so you kind of have to pull him back in every now and then.
If you can get a hold of him though, I would like to have a copy of the contract for our records here.
Okay.
And then we can, once you get it, then make me a copy, and if anybody else wants one, we can make them. But I do think that the contract needs to be in our records.
Okay.
Just for further information that might arise.
Okay. And here's paperwork on Jimmy's credentials, all that kind of stuff. He's not a fly-by-night type person. There's his credentials, where he works, the letter that he wrote to Ralph. There's the Tracy Lawrence official website that we are on Tracy Lawrence's website as the be here in Aspermont on the 20th. I don't think you were here, David. He's spending the night and going to Cowboy Church. Tracy Lawrence is. They wanted 4 rooms. And we actually, I can't believe that there was 4 rooms left. I mean, because supposedly the motels and hotels are all full. RV parks are filling up, because I've had people call me, you know, to ask me, you know, the names and numbers of them and stuff. So, we sold more out-of-town tickets than we have in-town tickets.
Yeah, but I think all the in-towners are gonna.
They are. Well, just like
Because a lot
Chase.
of them don't know if they're gonna be in.
Yeah.
And Chase, you know, he's got 50 family members and 50 friends coming. I mean, and none of them even bought tickets yet. I mean, there's 100 people about right there, you know. I mean, we've got, the people are going to be there.
I hadn't bought my tickets yet.
Yeah, you know. Well, you don't have to have tickets. Jimmy is given the Chamber of Commerce gets a ticket, a family ticket.
Oh,
Yes. Me and him talked about that a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, we've sold more VIP tickets, which is almost
Yeah.
double the price of a general admission. We've sold more of those than we have anything.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah,
asked
but
me,
those
what did you
tickets-
get with the VIP ticket?
You get the floor seating, and you get a meet and greet.
Yeah, the meet and greet, yeah.
Like backstage.
Yeah.
So are
But,
we gonna
yeah.
get a meet and greet with the?
I think we're gonna be around everywhere, so I'm sure we'll get to see him.
Since he's still providing the guys mowers.
Yeah, Jimmy had told me he wanted to ride a lawnmower,
Load him up.
you know, at one time, that he said something, or his manager or his agent had said something about when he found out the lawnmower, he wanted to ride a lawnmower.
He's got a helmet, he can ride one.
Well, and his agent, he told me last night, Jimmy did, his agent doesn't normally go to his concerts, but he's coming here.
I think it's gonna be a blast.
It is, he's in Oklahoma the night before, I think. I think it's where he's at, on the 19th. On April 19th, he's in Hinton, Oklahoma, at the Sugar Creek Casino. And then he's in Aspermont on the 20th, and he don't have another one till the 27th, which is in Pomini, Oklahoma. So,
Maybe here a week.
So, give a chance to recuperate after wrecking the boat.
Maybe a pound of racetrack.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Okay, do we have a
I'll
second?
second it.
I appreciate all y'all's support.
Everybody,
I'll go up there Monday morning and.
What we just do?
Made,
John.
We adjourned the meeting.
Oh, we adjourned.
Someone
All in
showed up.
favor?
I'm sorry, I was.
Sleeping?
Motion carried.